What's going on, my people? This is your host, Blanche, eating with Black Trending News. This is episode 26 in season 3. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can know every time I put a video out. This is going to be a crazy, weird ass episode. I don't know where it's going to go, but stick with me, okay? Because I found this story. It's a pretty old story, okay? It is from 2016. So it's about 4 years old, but it is something I have never heard of in my life, and I thought I would talk about it because it's interesting. It's actually a thing. I'll start here with this quote. It says, "Every time I had sex with my wife, I imagined it was my mother I was kissing. Otherwise, I couldn't perform." Says a British man. All right, his name is Ben Ford, and he's in love with his mother, who is 51. Kim West is her name. She's an interior designer. And the son left his wife. He left his wife shortly after meeting up with his estranged mom again. So let's talk about this crazy ass shit. This is an old story, but this is crazy. Just some facts here, some bullet points. Kim West, who was 51 at the time, fell pregnant at 19 and gave birth to her son, Ben Ford. I wonder if they use different names to protect their identity. I feel like their names are not real, right? Kim West and Ben Ford. Those seem like real names, but that's the names that they're using in the story, okay? Her son was given up for adoption, and they were reunited 2 years ago, prior to 2016. The pair say they were both sexually attracted to each other after meeting. Ford left his wife, Victoria, so he could be with his mother in a relationship. The pair are now planning to marry and are wanting to have a baby together. That was back in 2016. Now, I am going to look to see if they've had children together because I'm just curious to see if they actually went through with this. I've also read reports that they were running away. They were hiding because they were going to get arrested for this type of behavior. Check this, okay? British-born Kim West, 51, her son Ben Ford, 32, who were living in Michigan at the time, have been, so they're in the United States now. Now, when you come to the U.S., it's a whole nother ball game. They don't play that here. Says here, okay, this is a quote that the mother said. They have incredible and mind-blowing sex. I threw my phone. At that point, I had threw my phone on the table because I couldn't believe what I was reading. I just screamed and I threw the phone because I was like, what? You know, like that's nasty ass shit, you know, like who says that? Like, even if you feel that way, who fucking comes out and says that nasty shit? I don't know. I mean, I'm laughing because I just can't believe it. I think it's a crazy story and I don't believe it. That's why I'm laughing, because I have to share it because I'm just like, but it gets more serious. Let me get into it. Hold on, have a seat. The pair came back into contact 2 years ago after Mr. Ford wanted to find out about his birth parents and got in touch with his mother, Miss West. Now, what I'm thinking is that he wanted to have sex with his mother because he admitted that when he was with his wife in bed, he was closing his eyes and imagining it was his mother. So he was motivated by a sexual drive, I think. I mean, if you think about it, he was looking for his mother because he wanted to have sex with his mom.
Why did you go looking for your father?
I had children, and I felt as though he needed to be part of their lives as their grandfather.
What was the meeting like with John, your father?
It was like meeting a man. it was just like, although I knew that he was my father, it was like when I met him, I met John, I met a man, I met another adult.
At the age of 31, Jenny was meeting her dad for only the third time in her life. Despite being fully aware of their blood ties, an attraction grew between them.
After I'd been there quite a few days, I started to notice my feelings were changing, and that I was seeing him as a man, as a person, as somebody who was loving, caring, who, like, yeah, I was looking at him and sort of going, oh, he's not too bad.
He's not too bad in what sense?
As in man-woman sense. And like you might look at a man across the bar at a nightclub.
John, how were you?
Much the same. I met Jennifer and I realised she was a beautiful, desirable woman.
Within a couple of weeks, the unthinkable happened. Father and daughter slept together. What was your physical relationship like?
Very loving, as I don't know, sexual relationship with any other man. It's a normal, loving...
I resent that.
Without going into any glorious bedroom detail, it's a normal, sexual, loving couple relationship.
John?
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
This is crazy. Could you imagine being married to a man and I can't even repeat it. All right, that's all I can say. Okay. They found themselves sexually attracted to each other and shared their first kiss over a bottle of champagne in a hotel before having sex. And just 3 days after they had sex for the first time, Mr. Ford told his wife, Victoria, he no longer loved her and would be leaving. He never loved her because he said that he was always imagining being with his mother, or he wouldn't be able to perform with his wife. He never loved her. This is some trifling ass shit, or this is a crazy ass triangle. Oh my goodness. Woo. He told New Day that he told his wife every time he had sex with her, since he met her, he imagined kissing his mother. West, who grew up in Islington, London, became pregnant while studying in California after giving birth to her son 19. We went over that. So in December of 2013, she received a letter from her son, Ben Ford, who was looking to track down her, his biological parents, which includes herself, his mother. And ever since the pair was reunited back in January of 2014, they realized they were attracted to each other. Now, 2 years on, he is in a relationship with his mother, and the pair are living in Michigan in what they describe as, here we go, genetic sexual attraction. That's what they're calling this. They're not calling it incest because they were away from each other for 30 years, right? He's 32. So he's technically saying, this is not my mother. This is the argument. He's saying, this is not my mom. She did not raise me. She had me, but she did not raise me. So am I technically committing incest because I don't know this woman? But I say yes, he is, because he admitted that he fantasized about his mother while with his wife. Okay, that's my argument. Is that you already wanting to have sex with your mom? Is that the only reason why you looked for her? This is crazy. You didn't want to have a motherly bond with your mother. You wanted to screw her. That's what it sounds like to me. You let me know in the comment section what you think about this crazy ass story. Now, they go on to say here, they're not committing incest, but rather genetic sexual attraction. And now they plan to marry. At that time, they plan to get married or are trying to have a baby together. Now, she goes on to say here to the publication New Day, this is not incest, it is GSA, or genetic sexual attraction. We are like peas in a pod and are meant to be together. That's what she told the publication. She believes that this is her husband. This is who she is meant to be with. Now, it sounds like homegirl is going through a midlife crisis. She's 51. I really believe that people go through shit. Men and women go through shit at that age that may cause them to kind of like, you know, it could be loneliness, depression, a midlife crisis, right? I can't find anybody. I'm not worthy. I don't know what kind of, I don't know. The fact that they both are sexually attracted to each other is really, really strange, okay? They both are, okay? That's what they're saying here. She goes on to say, I know people will say we're disgusting, that we should be able to control our feelings, but when you're hit by love so consuming, you are willing to give up everything for it. You have to fight for it, she says. Okay? That's what she said. She knows that it's disgusting. She knows that. She goes, we know that people will say we're disgusting. No, what you're saying is you know that what you're doing is disgusting, period. Let's call it what it is, right? If you know that you meet up with your son in 30 years or however long it's been, 32 years, and you haven't seen this person in a long time, and you feel these feelings, wouldn't you immediately try to see why you feel like this? And then wouldn't you say to your son, why do you feel like this? Why have you been fantasizing about someone you never met who is your mother? Why have you been having these type of feelings? Like, wouldn't you be more interested in as to where these feelings are deriving from? I don't know. What kind? Could it be genetic? You let me know. If you're a specialist on this, if you've done some more research than I have, let me know in the comment section, because this is some crazy ass shit. It says here, incest is illegal in the couple's home state of Michigan, and judges in that state are able to give out life sentences to those found guilty of the offense. That's powerful, a life sentence. Woo! However, it is unclear if a case against them would be pursued, and the couple say they would move if that were the case. Woo. This is crazy. He could not perform with his wife. He could not get turned on and have an erection with his wife unless he was imagining it was his mother. There's some shit going on here. There's something crazy about that. Says at the time, it says in 2016, the couple planned a special wedding. They're considering surrogacy. If they're unable to have a biological child, because she's 51, right? Let's be real, she might not be able to pull that off. Lord. Genetic sexual attraction is a seldom talked about phenomenon that occurs between adoptees and their long-lost parents. Let me know what you think about this. Adoptees and their long-lost parents, right? I would say there's a little tiny hole of light, right? Because of that, because they have not seen each other, and they technically she did not raise him, so he's technically a stranger. Right? I could see that part of it. But the fact is his shit that was kind of freaking me out. Like the fact that he told the publication the only way he could perform is if he was thinking about his mother, and he never saw her. According to this, he did not see his mother. Maybe he saw a picture of her. I don't know. But that's weird. That part is the most strangest, striking part to me out of anything else that I'm reading, is that not even her so much, because it's like, well, she met a man who just happened to be her son. She has never seen him. She's 51. She might be going through a little kookiness. She might need to go talk to somebody about that. All right. I'm not saying what she's doing is okay, but I could play devil's advocate. I could. All right. But dude, talking about he with his wife, and he could only get hard if you think about his mother. They both got some problems. And I don't think they have the same problem. I don't think mom has the same problem as her son. I think son got an issue and mom got an issue, but they're two different issues, and they just end up, he lusting over mom, and she's maybe She can't find nobody. Maybe she's like, you know what? Damn, he look good. He young. He hitting it, right? Well, why not? Shit. Oh, listen, it's time to go. Thank you for listening. All right. Thank you for listening. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. All right. I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Bye-bye.